Hi. Uh, I guess I'm live. I know sometimes you'll say you're live and it's still kind of processing everything. And, yeah. I don't think this is the same shirt as yesterday, but whatever. So it's night two. Night two? What am I talking about? It's night five of 6 nights. 9 to 7? And now you want to observe things? I don't think that's the word I was looking for. So tonight, it's another night of puzzle game, learning about the Institute for Justice. Sorry, I blanked. And I might just have a rant about the sorry about the rant. A rant about the Friday 13th case. That was about the rights to who owns that. But let's first off, let's double check the total we've raised so far. As I look that up, and cats make noise going through their food bowl for some reason, even though they have food in their food bag, even though they got food in their bowls. Yada yada. I'm off to a great start so far. My thinking. I know think good. Still at 20 officially, though. Like I mentioned the other day, usually these are always 24 hours over the actual Friday the 13th a day. Um, since I make more. Oh, hello, big guy. Look at this big guy. Hi, big guy. Get your big ass out of here. Oh. Since I make more actually going to work than raising money so far, though not much more, uh, I decided to go to work on Friday the 13th. And since I'm helping build a business, last month I averaged making about $30 a day for days I actually go to work. So I'm putting $30. I put $30 into the pot, so to speak, though I haven't done it officially yet. So, with that said, our grand total is $50, which is a record for these Friday the 13th Game-athons, which is kind of sad, but also a record. So, yay! Just makes the other ones look bad. And hopefully, we'll make this one look bad on January 2023. That's when the next Friday the 13th is. So far apart, but time to plan. At least I say. I claim. So anyway, let's learn some stuff about that there um wow. About the charity. Let's do this one about wait, what the heck happened? There we go. Booyaka. Alright. Let me put it up on the board or the screen. Window capture? No, that's not it. Oh, there it is. God dang it. And that's not working. Right. Like yesterday, let me just I'm gonna do a new window capture, and the source, new one, and find the window. This, there it is. Um, there we go. Now let's learn about the old Institute for Justice.
I'm 50 years old and I've never rode a bus in my life, and now I'm having to get up and get on a bus in the cold. I'm missing doctor's appointments. I'm missing work. It's hard.
In Detroit, police officers are taking the cars of individuals and then ransoming those cars back to them for a minimum of $900, even if someone has done nothing wrong. The program's clearly unconstitutional, which is why we're challenging it in court. And we're here today to meet with a couple of our plaintiffs to talk about the impact the program's had on their lives. So I'm going to go visit with our client, Melissa Ingram. Melissa,
I'll say this: it's not just Detroit. I had a friend who had their car. It was stolen, but it wasn't stolen. It was like moved. Someone grabbed his keys, was able to grab the guy's keys, take the car, pretty much move it to a more secluded area so he could ransack it, and then he just left it. Took the keys, but left the truck. So the cops were like, "Oh, we're going to tow it, and then you can pay for, drop $200-300 to get it back." All he had to do was wait for the rental place where he got the truck from to open up on Monday, like 2 days. That truck couldn't be there for 2 days in a parking space. Oh. All I could think is like, yeah, he hooked his buddy up, or there was a cop who made sure he hooked his towing company guy up. Oh, okay, I won't get into it. This is about the Institute for Justice. My bad. Let's get into
Melissa's
that.
car was seized a number of months ago after she lent it to her boyfriend, and then he was pulled over in an area known for prostitution. Now, her boyfriend was never charged with the crime, but that doesn't matter because obviously Melissa had nothing to do with it, but Michigan state law doesn't allow an innocent third-party owner to get their property back.
You've never been charged with a crime?
Never been charged with a crime.
People are almost never charged with crimes, right?
That's right. No, this program, in fact, seems to focus on taking cars from people without pursuing any related criminal charges.
I mean, it seems like everyone who goes there just gets stiff-armed. They have a window, and you go talk to a person. The person never has answers. The people we've talked with. I mean, is that your experience in talking with people?
Absolutely. I've not found anyone yet who's had a good experience dealing with the vehicle seizure unit. I've been describing it as a kind of adversarial DMV.
I mean, is that kind of what your experience has been? I mean,
Pretty much. They're rude. They're nasty. All I asked was for answers, just help to try and get my car back.
So in a lot of ways, Detroit's on a rebound. The city emerged from the economic recession, went through a bankruptcy, and now the city has a lot to be proud of. One of the things that's still broken is its criminal justice system, and the city's civil asset forfeiture program is at the forefront of that problem.
The neighborhoods of Detroit and Wayne County don't have to put up with this. If you're dumb enough to solicit a prostitute in Wayne County, don't be surprised if you lose your car. Operation Save Our Neighborhoods, led by Wayne County Prosecutor John D. O'Hare, is a good example of citizens and government working together to combat prostitution. According to O'Hare, the program has netted over 400 cars a month. To save your street, call 313-224-5953.
So people have been going to this building for a very long time facing these kinds of vehicle seizures. In fact, I know there's a Supreme Court case that came out of ultimately this courthouse that we're dealing with in our current case.
That's right. In 1996, the United States Supreme Court decided a case called Bennis versus Michigan, And that case has made possible the kind of systemic forfeiture abuse that we see in Wayne County today. It did so by approving of a Michigan statute that says if you are the innocent third-party owner of property, there is no process for you to establish that you had no connection to the crime that that property is connected to.
So if you lend your car to a friend and the friend gets the car seized, you're out of luck.
That's exactly right. There's no process. And our point in this case is that Bennis has to be overturned.
You know, when people go into a courthouse, they expect that there is going to be some form of justice. This is the Hall of Justice, but it's not lost on me that this is like a monolithic building, because what we've realized that this is not a place where justice happens when it comes to civil forfeiture.
I mean, if you want to contest your forfeiture because you're innocent, the only process that you get inside this building is 2 opportunities to pay the ransom. And if you don't pay the ransom, you're not going to get before a judge anytime soon. You're going to have to pay a lawyer on your own. Constitutional due process requires there to be a process. And in this state, under the Bennis decision, there is no process.
So this isn't IJ's first time challenging civil forfeiture. In fact, we filed cases across the country challenging city, state, and federal civil forfeiture programs. But the Detroit program stands apart because of its systematic nature.
My name is Robert Reeves. I've been here my whole life. Grew up on Dexter and Tuxedo. I do building and construction and home improvement. So I already knew the guy who I was going over there to meet with.
What was the job?
It was clearing out the backyard. There was a lot of debris and stuff back there. And like a person couldn't do it by itself, so we needed a machine to do it. I went over there, checked it out. And then when I was leaving, I'm on the freeway and I see a helicopter. It just keep following me. I'm over here, it's right here. I get over here, it's right there. Then I get to my mama's house and it's hovering over her house. So I'm like, this is weird. I go up to the gas station, there's police everywhere. I go in there, grab a water, I'm about to come out, and they just arrest me.
All right, so this is the gas station where they seized your car. So tell me kind of what happened.
I just had finished the job and pulled up here to get some water. The police came in, said, put your hands up. I'm looking around because I didn't know who they was talking to, but I'm the only person in the gas station. So they ended up detaining me, and was in a police car for a few hours, took me to the station. The next day, they ended up letting me go, keeping my car and my money.
The kinds of crimes of proximity that people are losing their property for in Detroit aren't crimes at all. They're just someone having their property too close to a high crime area or to someone whom police suspect of actually committing a crime. That's what happened to our client, Robert Reeves. No one thinks he did anything wrong. It's just that he interacted with another man whom police believe may have stolen a piece of construction equipment. No one was arrested, including the man suspected of stealing the equipment. And yet, Robert has been without his vehicle, his more than $2,000 in cash, and his personal belongings for more than 5 months. In Michigan, like under federal law, police and prosecutors get to keep 100% of the property that they forfeit. So if they take somebody's car and sell it, they get to keep the proceeds. And in a day and age of shrinking general taxation revenues, you see counties being pressured to fund law enforcement by taking property from people. That's not only a dangerous profit incentive to over-police, it also erodes the trust between law enforcement and the community.
I'm fighting back because I don't want to have a lot of other people have to go through the same thing I'm going through with their property getting seized and stuff.
I loved my car. I need my car because my job is suffering. My jobs and my way of life is suffering. I can't go to the grocery store. Just is suffering, and I was happy because I want what's mine back, and I don't want anyone else to go through this.
So the Wayne County Court has been turning a blind eye to this program for decades, as we've learned, and so we're at federal court now, and that's where our lawsuit's filed, and sort of explain how the federal judiciary has a role here.
Well, this is the kind of case that federal courts exist to resolve. When state and local authorities are systematically violating people's rights, like they are here in Wayne County, the federal courts need to engage and ensure that all Americans have due process of law. The statute, in fact, says that innocence is no defense. And shockingly, the US Supreme Court in Bennis versus Michigan signed off on that in 1996. Now, we think that with the change in the court since then, with the development in the precedent since then, it's high time that Bennis is overturned.
He said innocence. Okay, I forgot what he said, but pretty much that's crazy. Let me play that again. That last part. If I can get back there. All right.
Says that innocence is no defense.
Innocence is no defense. What? And that's why we need things like the Institute for Justice. Because, holy Lord, innocence is no defense. Wow. That's all kinds of crazy. While I'm the most awake, while the 5-hour energy is fresh in me, and I just had a nice straw, one of these. I'm looking at myself. One of these. I don't know how these made it on clearance. They're pretty bomb. So while I got energy, and my mind's probably at the best it's gonna be during this thing, because we're going from 2 a.m., which I'm so glad I didn't put the schedule, because work and just life has kind of messed up my plans. And this might be how I do the January one, where it's just guerrilla style. Just turn on your notifications, because sometime, probably at night, probably between 10 and 2, but it could be whenever. We do these videos, but I think we're gonna go back to on Friday the 13th. It'd be all day, or maybe just part of the day, but a big chunk of part of the day. Anywho, back to what my original point is. While my brain is still functioning at its highest possible level, I want to get into the whole Friday the 13th court case, because I want to review it, see what the latest probably nothing in the past hour. Jason Lives, a courtroom battle that is killing Friday the 13th has been. Okay, so 25 minutes ago. This one came out 25 minutes ago. Let me put it back on the thingamajigger. Boom. All right. Yeah, I agree, I guess. I don't know. I ain't got time to be reading stuff. I gotta read stuff. Anywho, Jason Lives, the courtroom battle that is killing. Can we scroll, please? Thank you. Anyway, Jason Lives, the courtroom battle that is killing Friday the 13th cinema. May 15th, 2022 came out 25 minutes ago from when I'm reading this. So it came out 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It wasn't a shock when LeBron James performed within the Lakers sport on Halloween 2018, dressed as Jason Voorhees within the Friday the 13th horror film. James beforehand referred to it as the sequence, considered one of my favorites, and posted an Instagram photograph of himself sporting a hockey mask, Jason's headgear. However, James wasn't only a fanboy. A couple of days earlier than his outfit brought quite a lot of consideration. James was reported to be serious about returning the horror icon to the massive display by his manufacturing firm, Spring Hill. No reboot occurred. When King James was conquering the courtroom, Jason Voorhees was the topic of a courtroom battle. I don't know if the person who wrote this is. Anyway, Jason Voorhees was the topic of a courtroom battle, placing the horror franchise at stake. My emotions are that there's a lot of dangerous blood between the two, mentioned Larry Zerner, a leisure lawyer and leisure in Los Angeles. And look at that. Whoever made this, you gotta work on some of that. Anyway, he makes use of Twitter. He updates his followers with the newest info on the dispute between the screenwriter and the previous producer. However, he is extra than simply an observer. All right, these I don't know. I'm just reading these wrong, or these just seem typos. Anyway, we're getting the gist. Earlier then, he grew to become a lawyer. Zerner was a sufferer of Jason Voorhees' killer case. For half a 12 months, Friday the 13th has been concerned in a copyright dispute over the proprietor of the unique script, and in consequence has influenced who can use the long-lasting hockey masks sooner or later. Loss of life on the display of Kuzlin. Counselor? Anyway, in 1982, Friday the 13th Part 3, he performs a prank named Sherry. Sherry, alongside together with his pal, is attacked by Jason within the cabin of Crystal Lake. When Zellner's character is killed, Jason takes possession of the hockey mask. Oh! Zerner's the freaking the one character he's saying. Real annoying from number 3. Always pulling the pranks. Anyway, when Zellner's, now his last name's Zellner, not Zerner, character is killed, Jason takes possession of the hockey mask Sherry used to scare considered one of his buddies. Its equipment outline the killer's cinematic heritage and play in vital position when Zerner is at the moment following. I like the intersection of my two passions, copyright legislation and Friday the 13th. Xana mentioned, folks love Jason. They wish to see extra. I feel like dude used one of those programs where it gives you better words, but it's not taking the context. I think this supposed to be they wish to see more. Anyway, nonetheless, for the reason that launch of Marcus Nipsel's Friday the 13th in 2009, the Masked Hitman has been off the display. On the opposite aspect, how long is this? And now we're frozen. There we go. I'm going to read a different article. This one's just tough. From 29 minutes ago, judge denies Ken Revel's request for a new trial. Oh, wait, how is that anything to do with Friday the 13th court case? Oh. Okay, let me. Jason Voorhees. All right, 11 minutes ago. Well, this is even newer story. The court battle that's killing Friday the 13th. It wasn't shock on LeBron James. Oh my goodness. Maybe this is a better written version, or it's just going to take it. Word. Okay. Past 24 hours. There we go. 10 hours ago. Let's do this. Friday the 13th writer wins appeal in copyright termination case. Victor Miller will reclaim the domestic rights to the franchise from the film's producer and director Sean S. Cunningham. Copyright termination for the Friday the 13th horror film has been awarded by a judge to the film's screenwriter, which will turn over domestic rights to the franchise to writer Victor Miller from the film's producer and director Sean S. Cunningham. More than 40 years after the release of the slasher horror movie Friday the 13th in 1980, Victor Miller, in 2016, gave notice to the producer Cunningham and the production company Manny Inc. that he would be terminating the copyright to the film. Oh my goodness. There we go. It's something that becomes a trend among popular films from the late 70s and early 80s when copyright law changed and windows are opening in which the original screenwriter can try to reclaim copyright rights to the franchise from studios or producers that have now turned them into cash cows. In the case of Friday the 13th, Cunningham tried to argue that Miller was an employee from the production company at the time of writing the film and that his work was made for hire. A judge in the U.S. Second Circuit Court of Appeals rejected that argument according to documents obtained by the Rap and said that Miller was in fact an independent contractor which gave him authorship rights. In 2018, a judge had previously said that it was not a work made for hire, prompting the appeal. The producers argued based on Miller's membership with the Writers Guild that the producers were participating in the guild's collective bargaining agreement so that he should be deemed an employee and not have grounds to terminate the film's copyright. But that argument was rejected in the latest appeal. Cunningham, however, still retains the international rights to the Friday the 13th franchise and, importantly, to the intellectual property rights to the Jason Voorhees character, the hockey mask wearing killer, who did not appear with his signature look until film's sequels. Third movies when he gets a mask, like we just talked about in the last oddly written article. The original Friday the 13th from 1980s was made on a budget of $550,000 and grossed $39.7 million at the box office. I'm curious to know what the inflation equal that would be. Oh, and that's it. Or is there more? That is odd. I really hate. See, I wasn't sure what the exact deal was, but it's kind of weird. Victor Miller, in this case, kind of like he wrote. It's kind of like someone builds a house, and then someone buys the house for him, or he builds a house for somebody, and that person, pays him, and it's like we have a house. And then 35 years later, the guy who built the house is like, yeah, I want the house back. And on top of that, in this case, this is like someone who built a house for somebody, and then the person he built the house for upgrades it, makes it bigger and better, and now he comes back to claim the house. Like, bro, it's not even what it was. Like, Victor Miller did Pamela Voorhees, and we had a boy in a lake. From there, I think Victor Miller only did the first one. Sean S. Cunningham was behind grown ass Jason with a bag over his head, which evolved in the next movie with Jason with a mask on his face, which is the iconic Jason. But okay, fine. That's fine. Whatever. What I don't like is how does that mess up Gun Media? Gun Media bought the rights to use to make the game. Let me see when Gun Media bought the rights to make the game. Gun Media, Friday the 13th rights. Oh, was it gun or gun? Yeah, I remember the Among Us style. In night? Okay. Yeah, except. The game was set for an Among. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Trying to see when. When was the game released? I think that's the question. Friday the 13th. Game release date. Hmm. Alright. So May 26th. That means they got the rights before that. Um. I'm trying to. There we go. The game. Survival, blah, 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 blah. To release date. Game, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. When did the GoFundMe stuff start? Oh, the game was originally planned to be multiplayer in single player mode, blah, blah, blah. Summer 2017. Five primary blah, blah, development. After Ilphonic's polarized 2012 remakes of Nexus, and Gun Media's Breach and Clear deadline, 2015, Ilphonic went to work on a game titled Slasher Volume 1 Summer Camp with little details on its release date, so 2015, in which the story took place in Camp Forest Green. Friday the 13th director Sean Cunningham was in talks about an upcoming game based on Friday the 13th. With Gun, it also first video game Ilphonic was developed. Blah, 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 blah. Cunningham came to us in 2015, but we quickly discovered these weren't the normal business conversations you would have to secure a license. Important as Friday the 13th, different. It was a conversation built on mutual admiration. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Incredible meetings over the next few months. Sean surprised us by offering the game license. Blah, 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 blah. On October 13th, 2015, it was announced that the Slasher Volume 1 had evolved. All right. So, let's see when Victor Miller filed his Victor Miller files. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so January 26, 2016, Victor Miller filed a notice of termination of copyright. So to me, Gun Media, Ilphonics, they had the right to do what they wanted game wise. He shouldn't be able to come along and be like, yeah, you can't do that anymore. They already got the rights. Like, I don't. And if it's a money thing, where Cunningham was making money from that, whatever he was making, put that in a freaking holding account, and then after the lawsuit, let that money go to whoever based off the lawsuit, and let Gun keep doing what they're doing. Like, you screwed a lot of people with that. You screwed Gun Media and Ilphonics. You screwed everyone who bought the game, especially the ones expecting more content. Like, really, I feel like there could be a class action lawsuit about that where you're we all bought a game and we were promised all this content, and because Victor Miller steps in, it's like, no, you can't have it. So maybe there's some holes in my rant, but yeah, that's how I feel. Still think it's bullcrap that that happened. But let's get into doing some gaming. Let me this off, and let's shrink. I know you guys don't want to see my pretty face shrink down, but all right, let's get jiggy with it. Yeah, a bit of oops. Why are you looking for the games right there? There you go. All right. Oh. I didn't do it this time. All right, I want to see. Unlocked at 167. Wait a minute. Oh, there's the other stuff I got. Baghead, River, Medieval, Caveman, Retro, my favorite. Put that back on. You throw that at me, Jason? I'm over there. I mean, it's kind of like Mancini? What's his name? Y'all know. The special Jason that you had to pre-order anyway. Oh, maybe I don't have to. Daily Death. Oh, that is the one from You Should Never Hike Alone. Oh, crap. Wow. I wonder if they had to buy the rights to that. I wonder how all the legal stuff on that is. So, Never Hike Alone is a fan film. They've made 2 of them, and they've gotten actors from the actual Friday the 13th movies to be in them. So they're like non-official canon. So let's check out Daily Death, and then we're gonna look at the Murder Marathon. Ah, okay. This has gotta be. I can't. Yeah, sure, whatever. I should have took Cyber Jason. All right. Do. Runs over there. Runs into that. Falls down. All right. This one I actually need that little. Whoops. No. I'm trying to move the thing. All right. Well, now I can see that this is goes all the way down. All right. So.
Final girl.
Like her haircut. The important part. Hooray! I'm so proud of you, Jason, sweetie. Here, more bloodlust to keep it going. Thanks, Mom. Woohoo! Alright, so I gotta play this for the next 13 days, I guess. Let's see if I can unlock the other Jason. Oh, shoot, really? This is what we're doing? Careful not to press that too early. Is that with a ruler? Jeez, that's so small. goodness. God dang it. I felt so good about that one. God dang it.
Kill combo.
What? Was that making fun? Did that make fun of Killer Instinct? You know what you did last summer? Uh, all right, I'll come back to that a different time. Let's Mama's Mega Mart. I think I already bought that, so like whatever. No, 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 no. Turn me to the game at once. Huh. Jason's mom, kind of grifting. Play that. I'm doing the. Yeah, Funland, because it made sense. Funland Park, closed. Crystal Lake Tourism Board to lose over. Cool.
The cops will never find us in here.
Yeah!
Hey, buddy. I thought this place was closed down.
Put the light switch so police can't see you in the dark, Jason. Right, Mom. Hold on. They have a map? Not a map, a mop. So let's see what we have more than one of. We got 2 sheaths. I might go with the rake. But I want the mop. Yeah. What is that? Oh, mace, yeah. That is. Toilet brush, not quite what I'm looking for there. Look at that. What is this? Jack Cannon? We'll look at that later. Electric ice, flaming. Alright, I'm gonna go with the rake. Oh, hold up. We have another. And the fish. Billy Bass. One more view, see if we have any duplicates of anything we can trade away. Oh, stool. Stool. Another word for poop. Alright, that's all we got. Look at that rake. Get a rake on. What? What? The rake's back here. Oh, I saw it. I saw it. Up there. There we go. I want the map. The map. All right. Turn the thing off. So the cops don't do nothing. Right. Nothing.
Final geek.
You ain't gonna do nothing. Except for you. You're gonna die. That's gotta hurt you. Hold on, I get my Jason's mom's voice ready. I bet those punks can't see you in the dark either, Jason, my sweet boy. Yeah, probably not. Hmm.
Final check.
This place used to be so nice for kids. Really gone downhill. Right, man. Um. I see that there. Hmm.
Final stereotype.
Final stereotype. I gotta get her to go in that trap. Hmm. wrong people. I have something to tell somebody. Alright. You know what? I think I was... Uh-huh. Yeah, that's not how you do it. Alright, here.
Final stereotype.
Alright, so either... I think I have to scare her here, and then call him to this phone right there with this phone, and then come over and call him over here to the bear trap with this phone. Boom. Alright. Oh! Okay. Swings a mighty rate.
Final stereotype.
Alright. That's a heck of a lot to do to get to him. I gotta make a count. And kill him good. Kill him. And kill him good. Hit him once. Hit him twice. I hit him 3 times. Go. You go. Someone comments where I got that from, what show I got that from, I'll give you a prize. Animal escaped? Why is that bad? Hmm. This game, when you realize you've messed up. I didn't see that this exit. I don't know why the cat can't escape. Um. So good. There's literally nothing I can do except for that. Hmm. Hmm. Now I've messed up. Hmm. What in the Van Housen? It's so hard.
Final person.
feel like that one was a lot easier than I made it a lot harder than it should have been. Yes, kill for mother, Jason. Here's some bonus bloodlust for being such a good boy. That's kind of weird. Okay. Yeah, club. Roller coaster. Some of these rides are really intense. Never used to let you on them, Jason. Too dangerous. Thanks, Mom.
Final check.
And there's the problem. How do I get to her? Like, even if I leave her there. Oh.
Final check.
What are these people in this abandoned funhouse? Nothing, Ma? Nothing to say? La 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 la. Hmm.
Final person.
Into death.
Final person.
Press the wrong key. Hmm. Well, I have the nest up there. Alright, oh, I know.
Final check. Final check.
Mmm. Okay. All about the order.
No! Final check.
Oh, kitty knocks down the. Wow, why is she smiling? This is a hot. There. Nothing about the candles? Candles don't do anything. Okie dokie. Alright. Hmm.
Final person.
so hard into your eyeball, it goes out the back of your skull. What a good killer you are. Here's some bonus bloodlust for my boy. Rank up. See what these weapons are. Well, I'm just at a place to use it, so I'll just even more perfect.
Final punk.
Alright, wow. Okay, this is interesting. Hmm. I need to go back last time.
Final punk.
Just give me the light. Amusement parks are so much fun, aren't they, Jason? My special boy. Come on. Okay. God damn it, it's a turn-based game. God dang it. Okay, let's try this.
Final. Stereotype.
Must be like one of those metal things that keeps. Sad thing about that level is they can't kill all the cops. Nothing against cops.
No!
I don't know if that works. Crap. Wow. Got so off track of what I was doing. Not how you do it either. Alright. Hmm. Mm.
final person.
Okay. Alright, I gotta keep this guy alive till last, I think. Brainy, don't want to work. I go there. Scare her down there, kill her, then I go ba 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 ba. Pa pa pa. Pa pa. Have I killed her in this? Yes. And shouldn't have killed the cop. Yeah. Hmm. Greedy. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
No! Final person.
Hooray! Brain power. Goodbye, person. Oh, I tapped it. Ah, one a night. I get one a night. Nothing, man. Okay. Obviously not the first thing to do. Hmm. Dang it. Donate. Look in the descriptions and donate. Hmm. If I go up, they'll scare the cat and they'll be there and I can go down. If I go down here and do that, that does nothing.
No! No!
Final stereotype.
Alright, what did I do? I went, yeah.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! No!
Final stereotype. Final stereotype.
Hooray! These gargoyle statues are very pretty, Jason, don't you think? Yes, Mom. What gargoyle statues? Oh, these things. Alright. Jeez. All I have to do is here's the difference. The order I kill the cops.
No!
one's like a
No!
Um, I did fall asleep. Jeez. What to do? What to do? You shut up, man. I don't need your help. Oh, he was like the last guy. Hooray! Alright, we're gonna show you more about you know, the thing. There we go. Let us do that one.
When these police officers mistook my identity and assaulted me, they did not have my rights in mind. Because instead of admitting that they were wrong, they charged me with 3 felonies.
911 emergency.
Jeez.
Oh my God, they're pounding him in the head. They're gonna kill this man.
I had gotten out of work early, walking on the sidewalk on a sunny summer day, going to my internship. I was calling my sister at the time and somewhat distracted by looking at my phone when 2 men approached me, stepped toward me off the curb and said, hey, who are you? And I said, I'm James. And they asked me, is that your real name? And I said, yes, that's my real name. But one of them stepped behind me, boxed me out, and took my wallet out of my back pocket. So I went to run, to flee, and I was tackled and ultimately beaten pretty severely. I was screaming for someone to call the police.
Oh my God. They're beating him up. Like, they're literally assaulting him.
When I was being choked, I feared for my life, truly, and it was a moment where everything went black, and as far as I know, that is as close as you can get to being dead without being dead. The police came, and then that was when I realized that they weren't muggers, but they were just a police detective and an FBI agent.
In this case, the officers were looking for a fugitive with an extremely broad description. James looked absolutely nothing like the photograph the officers had of the fugitive whom they were looking for.
Do you have any weapons on you at all? No, sir. I thought they were trying to mug me.
I remember being loaded into the back of the ambulance, just being so stricken by what had just happened. I was in a great deal of pain when I got to the hospital, and I remember everyone there, the staff, the nurse, even the
officer that was in charge of watching me, as I was cuffed to my bed, I remember him loosening the cuffs and telling me that I shouldn't be there. I went directly from the hospital to the jail cell, where I was, stripped of my clothing, given a jumpsuit, given a mugshot, spent the night on a cold jail cell crying. I called my parents and made it there as soon as they could to bail me out.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
James.
an inmate at Kent County Correctional Facility.
Hello.
Hey,
We're getting...
screwed. I'm going to prison, I think.
No, I don't think that. We're going to get a bondsman and get you out of there.
It's 50,000.
I know.
This is bad. This is really bad.
After I was released from jail, much to my surprise, the police officers charged me with 3 violent felonies. And I had to go to trial 6 months later. I spent that whole 6 months probably the most scared and the most stressed I've ever been in my entire life, having no idea if I'm gonna spend the next 10 years of my life in prison for something that I didn't do. I remember my attorneys telling me, most people don't win against the government, and we know that you did nothing wrong, but if they offer you a plea, you should consider taking it. And they did, and I said no. I said, no, I didn't do anything wrong.
What happened to James is not an isolated incident. Typically, people just don't hear about them for any number of reasons. In a situation like James's, where a prosecutor brings several serious felony charges against someone, they'll typically take a plea deal to avoid going to trial and potentially spending decades in prison. And once they do that, their ability to go after the officers or hold them accountable for violating the Constitution basically evaporates.
When the jury came back, they unanimously acquitted me of all charges. I cried, my family ran towards me. And I remember as I was walking out of the courtroom, one of the jurors ran up to me and she gave me a hug and she said, I'm so thankful. She said, I knew the whole time that you did not belong there and these men did terrible things to you.
This case illustrates the lack of accountability that takes place when a police officer or an FBI agent violates someone's constitutional rights. One of the main ways that the government avoids accountability for violating the Constitution is through a doctrine that's called qualified immunity. And it says that a government actor is allowed to violate your constitutional rights. You can't do anything about it unless a court has already decided that the actor's specific actions are in fact a constitutional violation.
After the assault, I dropped out of Grand Valley State University, which I was going to at the time. Parts about everything that I've endured is not just the incident as it happened when it happened, but all the repercussions since then. Missed job opportunities, but I cannot work federal jobs.
For the United States Supreme Court to make things right in James's case and more broadly in constitutional litigation, it needs to revisit this concept of qualified immunity and take a more engaged role in evaluating how difficult it is for plaintiffs to bring lawsuits against government officials who violate the Constitution.
James's case is part of IJ's new project on immunity and accountability. Immunity doctrines turn fundamental concepts of American jurisprudence on their head. If citizens must follow the law, the government must also, and that includes following the Constitution. And following the Constitution means officials being held accountable for violating it. The Institute for Justice represents James to ensure that law enforcement officers can't operate above the law and free from the Constitution they were sworn to uphold. A victory for James will set an important precedent through which members of all state and federal joint task forces will be held to account for their actions.
They were out of control pounding him.
If the United States Supreme Court takes this case and hears it, and it is in our favor, as I firmly believe it should be, I hope that it changes things for the better. I hope that there is accountability for these officers and for the other departments that do this kind of thing and get away with it.
got out of the vehicle. He had a gun pulled. He walked up to my window, didn't identify himself. I had no clue who he was. He told me that if I didn't roll down my window, he was going to put a bullet in my fucking skull. It was in his mind to kill me. He tried to smash the window open with the barrel of the gun. He stood there, and he kept telling me to get out of the car, and I told him I wasn't. And he tried to pull the trigger. There's no way that he would have put his finger on the trigger and found out the gun was jammed unless he tried to pull the trigger.
Hi everyone, my name is Justin Wilson. I am the Senior Director of Communications here at the Institute for Justice, and today I'm joined by our client Kevin Burt. We filed a cert petition with the United States Supreme Court seeking to hold accountable a federal agent that attacked Kevin trying to settle a personal dispute.
My ex-girlfriend, the mother of my child, was involved in an accident. I got a phone call and was telling me that she was involved in a serious accident and she might die. I left my house and went to the hospital. I got there and it was as bad as what I was told.
Kevin's story begins when his ex-girlfriend, who is the mother of his child, was involved in a traumatic car crash. Kevin went to the hospital to see how she was doing, and after hearing her story, went to the restaurant where she was drinking with her boyfriend the previous night. When Kevin arrived at the restaurant, the staff told him that he could wait for the manager to arrive if he wanted to see the security camera footage. And while he was sitting in the parking lot waiting for the manager to show up, Agent Lamb approached him.
The look in his face and the determination, it scared me. I thought I was going to lose my life. When the police arrive, as soon as they're busy, he reaches down and picks up the shells that were ejected. One from whenever he tried to smash the window out, and the second from whenever he racked the shell before he tried to shoot me.
Kevin was afraid for his life. This random stranger had just tried to shoot him, and so he'd called the police. But when the police arrived, they walked past Agent Lamb and arrested Kevin.
They walked right past him. They didn't pull out any guns. They didn't do anything. They came immediately to the vehicle and told me to get out and put me in handcuffs. He did tell me that he was a Homeland Security agent. Once the hat and stuff was off, I did recognize him from the hospital. I had seen him briefly for a millisecond in the lobby, but at that point in time, I didn't know who he was. And I certainly didn't know he was a Homeland Security agent.
After they watched the security camera footage, the police actually recognized that Agent Lamb was the aggressor in the situation, and they arrested him. But he was eventually let off, and that's what led Kevin to file his lawsuit.
I had been put in contact with an attorney, and he told me that this case had a lot of credibility, especially after he's seen the video. And so he wanted to pursue them, and so we did.
After Kevin filed his lawsuit, the judge said his suit could proceed against the agent. But then a higher court found that because the agent was a federal officer and not a local police officer, he was immune from any kind of lawsuit, including one seeking to hold him accountable for what he'd done.
He was immune to any kind of punishment.
With this case, the Institute for Justice is seeking to settle once and for all how federal agents can be held accountable in the courts.
I'm hoping that they change the law because officers of the law should be held to a higher standard.
What's at stake in this case is whether federal officers get to operate in what one judge described as a constitution-free zone. If the Supreme Court turns down Kevin's case, it would mean little to no accountability for over 100,000 federal police officers when they violate people's constitutional rights. But a federal badge is not a shield against the Constitution, and the Supreme Court must accept Kevin's case and make this clear once and for all.
Jose Oliva is a 75-year-old El Paso Texan who served his country in the Vietnam War and then spent a career in state and federal law enforcement.
The rest of my career was in law enforcement. I got promoted and got picked up as a special agent. I carry a weapon and a badge, and I completed my 25 years of government service. I'm done. I retired.
In February of 2016, Jose had a scheduled dental appointment at his local VA hospital in El Paso, Texas. That day, he got in line like he had many times before. He placed his belongings in a bin to be x-rayed and was proceeding toward a metal detector.
Just a normal day for me and a bunch of other veterans. We got in line. I emptied my pockets of my personal belongings.
When one of the VA police officers asked him where his ID was, Jose explained that it was in the bin.
One of those guards, he said, "Show me your ID." And I responded to him, "My ID is in the bin." He didn't like that answer. He asked me again, "Show me your ID." And my response to him was, "It's in the bin," with my left index finger pointing to the bin. Well, that did it. He was reaching to the back of his duty belt. He went to his handcuff pouch and he pulled them out. I just had the worst feeling in my throat that something bad was about to happen.
The VA police officer then came around the security checkpoint and pointed for Jose to go through the metal detector.
As soon as I crossed the metal detector, the big guy pulled my arm as high as he could, and I heard a pop on my shoulder. Then he pulled my arm from the top to the back of the small of my back, and I heard another pop from the left shoulder, and they blew my eardrum. Semi picked me up and put the handcuffs on me, dragged me to an office. The whole shoulder area, including the rotator cuff, was shot. Within a week, I was under the operating table. They cut about a 2-inch incision from about here to almost the top of the bone joint.
If your constitutional rights are violated by a federal worker, the only avenue for accountability is through a doctrine called Bivens.
Bivens against 6 unknown agents.
Bivens refers to a U.S. Supreme Court case decided in 1971. In that case, Webster brought direct claims under the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution against the agents, and the U.S. Supreme Court allowed those claims to go forward. The Fifth Circuit created a very strange situation in this case because one of the reasons that they said Jose couldn't bring claims under Bivens is that what happened to him is actually worse than what happened to Webster Bivens. The court said because Jose was choke-slammed to the floor in a VA hospital instead of just being handcuffed in front of his family in his apartment, that this is a new case and therefore Jose can't bring claims against these federal police. IJ is standing with Jose Oliva in this case to ensure that regardless of where, when, or who violates your Fourth Amendment rights, you can go to court and do something about it. Jose's case is the most recent case in IJ's Project on Immunity and Accountability, which is aimed at getting rid of all the special protections that shield government officials, state, local, and federal, from accountability when they violate individual rights.
What they did to me was wrong, violated my constitutional rights. I am fighting not only on my personal behalf, but on behalf of every single veteran, especially my brothers and sisters who served with me in the jungles of Vietnam.
Little double feature. Or was that 3 videos? Hello, me kitty. You were there. Alright, but yeah, like, you see what they do. They're pretty much trying to keep the government in check, not to overstep their bounds. You want to help them? In the description, there's a link to donate. There's a bunch of links. Maybe too many links. But, you know, it's one of the top ones, so you don't have to read too far. But feel free to read the whole description and like accordingly, or click links accordingly and whatnot. But anywho, let's get back to some gaming. His world is fire and blood. Witness him. Do we want to be that Jason? Jason, do we want to be? I mean, Toxic Jason kind of makes sense depending on how the end of the world came about. Sure, what the heck. So yeah, Toxic Jason makes sense. Who are those guys? Be careful, Jason. You're my special boy. All right. So I can go buy them.
Stop right there!
I can even sneak up on them.
Final girl gone wild.
You got her top on. She doesn't look like she's going wild. That's a sweetie. Love. Weapons. We're going gnome. The end of the world as we know it. Well, I feel fine. Didn't I do that joke earlier in this thing? Not this episode of the episode of the charity stream. Anywho, brain.
Freeze, scumbag!
Oh, it's a little wall. I didn't know that was there. Huh. Oh.
No!
Freeze, scumbag! Final blow.
Bruh. Nice effort. He's got hard. He's got hard. Oops. Okay.
No! Ah!
Hmm. You got a shirt says gun. I wonder if that's a I don't know if I'd say a shot at gun media, but shout out maybe.
No! Ah! No!
Oh.
Final person.
I think I get
Stop
next
right
to him.
there!
Yeah, I think I get next to him. I just can't make contact, which is like trying to kill him, so. Oh, yeah.
Final girl. Freeze, scumbag! Stop right there! Final girl.
We still got phones in the apocalypse.
Final wasteoid.
Oh, I'm gonna need that cop. Dang it. Wait, what? Don't give me that look, Mom. Hi, kitty. What's going on in there? Alright, alright, alright.
Final wasteoid.
That one wasn't as hard as I made it out to be. You kill so well, Jason. Sweetie, use the extra bloodlust and go kill some more. Oh yeah. Life. Rounded.
No! No!
Right, so that I went pi, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I went 1, 2, but that would scare him.
No!
Yeah, that's not it. Oh.
Final Susie.
Susie. Careful of those electric fences, Jason. Wouldn't want you to get a nasty shock. Okay, Mom.
Final person.
Hit that button. Hit that button. Goodbye, person. Ghost after. Oh, I could scare people in this stuff.
Police!
I think I best not scare her. Hmm. Hmm.
Final person.
The apocalypse is awfully dusty, isn't it, Jason? Yes, Mom.
No! Final freak.
Hmm.
Final freak.
This one wasn't well thought out by me to figure it out, but figured it out. You're doing such a good job, Jason. Sweetie, here's some extra bloodlust. Now go get him. Ooh, 31. Black is good. I mean, it is May. Oh, that guy is gray. Oh, that's me. Okay. Let me get. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. That's awesome. Alright. Now let's do this for Weezy. Alright. Kill him first, cause. What the hell are you doing, cat? Hmm. Didn't really do anything. Could be like moving away from this though. Okay. Alright, so I figure she's the last person to kill, so boom, boom, him with the lights off. Hmm. Because she has to be the last person. Like, boom, kill him. Coming from Bac2Bragg's. Oh. Like right there in my head on how to do this. Sorry, kitty.
Final punk.
The lightsaber. Laser sword, baby. Oh, nothing to say, ma.
No!
Hold on, I gotta take care of this kitty. Kitten. I'm coming back. My medicine. And now I know exactly what to do. Matooch? I am playing Friday 13th themed games to raise money. Okay.
No!
raise money for a cause called Institute for Justice, who helps prevent the government from overstepping its bounds. Aka. If you look in the descriptions, you can find a link if you'd like to donate. Or you can just chill and watch me play this game. Yes. I did that. Dang nabbit. Right.
No!
I'm supposed to get him last.
Final douche.
Oh, douche. Come to die, douchebag! Alright, well, getting to the final person shouldn't be hard. Alright, this is like, okay.
No!
Final wasteoid.
I am stuck. Where she's at. That's not it at all. Itty in the bitty bottle.
No! Oh, no!
I would need to scare her one more time. Oh, no. Well, maybe.
Final wasteoid.
Mutants? I'm really getting tired of mutants, Jason. What mutants? Hmm? I think this is the last level. Okay, I know what to do.
Freeze, scumbag!
Nothing another. Thinking. Okay. Freeze! Police! What are you doing, cat? Kitty, it's okay, kitty. Kitty. Get out of here. Ready? Oh. I was hoping she'd come back. Evil gets an upgrade. Just see the opening sequence, shall we? Super Jason. Future 5 of Earth.
Abort procedure. Synthetic cellular regeneration complete. Abort procedure. Synthetic cellular regeneration complete.
Jeez, it looks like Darth Vader. Whoa.
Final Chad.
Let's beat this level, and then we're gonna watch one more video from Institute for Justice, or formerly the Nighty Night.
Final Chad.
Here's a Jason. Here's some bonus bloodlust from my strong, sweet boy. And weapon we use. There's a couple other games in my play. I don't think we're using that. Those teleporters are really something, aren't they, Jason? So futury. Yes, Mom.
No! Final girl.
Jeez. Her face is done. Alright, kitties. We're gonna call this one. Let's look at one more video, see what our boys and girls. Wrong thing. Or I did that one. Let's look for another one, shall we?
Wildlife investigator today is March 24, 2021. It's 2:21 p.m. right now. I'm going to be attempting to serve summons on Jeremy Bennett.
Business owner Jeremy Bennett made a simple request to an Ohio wildlife officer. Please come back when we're open. The government later responded by threatening to throw him in jail. But can the government really demand entry to your business whenever it wants?
So I'm Jeremy Bennett, and I am a full-time taxidermist and full-time deer processor. Taxidermy is very much a craftsmanship trade. There's a lot of hands-on, there's a lot of creativity to it. Our job is to recreate that memory of the hunt, whether it be memory of someone being out there with their grandfather on a riverbank catching fish with their dad. So deer processing, we are cutting the meat, turning that into sausages, bolognas, steaks, roasts, different cuts.
With the help of family and friends, Jeremy built his studio just steps from his home in rural Ohio. The only thing the state requires is for Jeremy to keep records. And for 15 years, he had no trouble.
But about 10 years ago, we got a new officer for our area, and things got progressively more tense. Things got more intrusive. The requirements for us had not changed, but the way that they were going about the inspections had definitely changed. And when we questioned that, we were given the statement that everybody does something illegal. We just have to find out what you did. There's times where I have my family out here, little kids, and I don't want just anybody coming in and having access to them, whether they're law enforcement or not. I find it very intrusive to have the division come in, take as long as they want, do whatever they want in your non-public space.
During peak hunting season, Jeremy is busy processing deer and keeps his taxidermy studio closed.
The Wednesday after the firearms season ended, the officer called and asked if he could come by and do an inspection. And he saw our records. Our records were in good order. Before he left, he said, while we're here, can we go to your taxidermy studio and take a look while we're here? And I said, you can't. The taxidermy studio is closed. So I told him we don't do any taxidermy work between October and January, that we were focusing on deer processing. He'd be welcome to come back and go in the taxidermy studio when we open.
The officer, without saying that Jeremy was doing anything wrong, left and demanded that he be criminally prosecuted.
Mr. Bennett?
That's me.
I'm an investigator with the Ohio Division of Wildlife.
Okay, how are you?
The prosecutor's office approved a couple charges for not allowing that inspection.
If I had any inkling that I was doing anything illegal and saying that you couldn't come upstairs, we'd have came upstairs. I had no clue that I was violating anything.
He has the authority, by the way the laws are, to, in essence, look anywhere he wants.
But that's not true. People don't lose their Fourth Amendment rights when they open a business, which means that wildlife officers have to get a warrant before barging into Jeremy's shop without his consent. After all, private property isn't really yours if government officials can snoop around whenever and wherever they want. The Institute for Justice is representing Jeremy to ensure that the state of Ohio doesn't violate his or anyone else's Fourth Amendment rights.
I don't feel that just simply because you open a business that you automatically give up your Fourth Amendment constitutional right to privacy.
They didn't really go into detail what all happened there, but But you get the gist of what they do. I'm a fan. I'm trying to put myself at regular size so I can say goodbye properly. Alright, so, like you've seen, Institute for Justice fights a lot of cases that have to do with the government doing what they're not supposed to do. Mostly are been a lot of just like them making up as they go, because whether it's they get money out of it or they're just making up things as they go along so they make a quota or just look good. Institute for Justice helps fight that kind of crap. And honestly, the more videos like these I watch, the more I'm thinking January is going to be that. We're going to do Institute for Justice in January. But we'll do like a tournament or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Still doing this one. And it goes till May, so you can donate now. You can donate later. Remember, you can win a prize. And let's see if we got any more donations since then, because I'm not sure the widget works. And I'm logged out, so let me log in. There we go, and we're still at $20, which means we're at $50. And we got one more day of this to go. You would just check out the Twitch, Bac2Brag Twitch. Keep watching Bac2Brag Gaming. And, one of the other Bac2Bragg's channels might have something Friday the 13th related. I am not sure. Bac2Brag ASMR had the cleaning of this hat, which I did alright. Alright. And while you're here, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow, all that stuff. Look at, like I said before, look at the description, click some links. The donation ones are near the top, so you don't have to read everything to find what to donate. But, yeah. We'll watch one more short video, and then we'll call it a night. If I can find one. Yeah, here's a good one. I don't think we watched this one. I don't know, that one looks kind of familiar. Yeah, we did watch that one already. One of the previous episodes. Saw that one. Or give me a for criticizing red light cameras. I hate red light cameras. So, I can probably not relate, but know what he means.
I got really interested in this because my wife got a red light ticket. The original formula is limited to only straight-through lanes. However, today it's misapplied to turning lanes where we need to slow down to maneuver safely. So we need to add an extra function, so to say, to enable those vehicles. A little extra time for the yellow. This is the board's order that I received to stop me from talking about traffic signals and where they fined me $500.
Oregon's engineering board told Matz it was illegal for him to critique traffic lights without a state-issued license. But under the First Amendment, every American has the right to critique the government, whether it's about traffic lights or anything else.
I had stated that I was a Swedish electronics engineer, but I based all the things from freedom of speech. I was just talking. That's literally what I did.
People like Matz aren't designing bridges, they're talking, and the state is punishing them for that. And it's not just Matz. Oregon's engineering board fined an activist for publicly criticizing a power plant. It fined a retired guy who wrote to complain about home water damage. It's even launched an investigation based on a political ad. This is a major First Amendment problem.
Anyone should be able to talk about the traffic signals, if they're too long or too short or anything, without being penalized.
All right. Later Sunday, keep your eyes open. We'll be back. Ending the Friday 13th theme stuff strong on Sunday night. Or Sunday during the day, or who knows. Just